Here is his badge. Just put it right over there. Wow, what a crowd. Thank you all for coming today. I am very proud to announce that I am appointing 25-year IMPD veteran Christopher Bailey to the role of Chief of Police for the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. To some who have been following this process, this announcement may come as a bit of a surprise. Chief Bailey will be up in just a few moments to address that in detail. But for my part, I will say this. Nobody knows the challenges of the job better than the person taking on this role today. It is a sacrifice not only for the individual who wears the badge, but for their loved ones. I know that weighed heavy on Chief Bailey's decision. And the fact that Chris Bailey's ultimate request to be reconsidered as chief of IMPD, I am sure was not made lightly. But in another way, today's announcement is not surprising at all. Both as assistant and as interim chief, Chris Bailey has the experience, the passion, and the support of many neighbors to take on this role. Now, even though he has served as acting chief for over the last month, today's announcement still serves as an important transition in leadership. As such, I want to take a moment to highlight the work of Chief Bailey's immediate predecessor, IMPD Chief Randall Taylor, who's in the back. Chief Taylor. because there's frankly no other way to put it. Randy Taylor led the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department during 4 of the most challenging years in our city's history. Through it all, Chief Taylor has been a model of calm leadership and civility, while at the same time supporting IMPD's largest ever declines in criminal homicides for both 2022 and 2023. But today's appointment is the start of a new era in leadership for the IMPD. As he will explain in a moment, Chris Bailey's first act as chief will be to appoint not 1, but 2 leaders to serve as assistant chiefs of police, individuals who both represent a new generation of leadership for this great department. I am proud of all 3, and together, IMPD's new command staff will ensure the department remains nimble and forward-thinking, prepared to take on the public safety challenges of the future, while remaining laser-focused on the ongoing and successful violence reduction efforts that are creating a safer Indianapolis for every resident in every neighborhood. So with that, it is my honor to administer the oath of office to Christopher Bailey. Chief, you want to step forward? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Christopher Bailey,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and diligently
diligently
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of Chief of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department,
of the office of Chief of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department
according to law
according to law
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Now it's your turn.
Pin that on there. Katie, I thought you were giving these remarks. Okay. No. All right, good afternoon. I want to express my gratitude to Mayor Hogsett for this incredible honor. I am fully aware that assuming the role of chief carries even greater responsibilities and expectations compared to my previous position as assistant chief. I look forward to the continuation of the outstanding work that our department has already achieved. A heartfelt thank goes out to my wife, Dawn, my kids, my mom and dad, family and friends for their unwavering love and constant support, and for being my biggest cheerleaders. They have been there in both the good and challenging moments of my life and career, and have kept me grounded and humble. I extend my appreciation to the Indianapolis community for entrusting me with the privilege of serving you for the last 25 years, and for the trust of leading our police department. I love this city. This is my home, and there is no place that I'd rather be. To the dedicated men and women, sworn professional staff, park rangers of this department, thank you for your tireless and selfless contributions that you make every day to the betterment of our city and all those who live, work, and visit. Your commitment, compassion, and sacrifices make you true heroes, and I'm profoundly grateful to stand here today as your chief. To many of you in the community, I may be a familiar face, whether through community events, news appearances, or other interactions. What you might not know is that I grew up in West Indy, not far from here, just west of the White River. I'm a proud product of IPS and a proud graduate of George Washington High School. This city, that neighborhood played a crucial role in shaping who I am today. My roots run deep in West Indy. From childhood days attending church on Blaine Avenue, to spending my summer and winter breaks at Rhodey's Park, to working my favorite job to date as a city lifeguard. And by the way, Indy Parks is accepting applications for summer jobs right now. And this is a shameless plug so that you can join the mayor and I as lifeguard alumnus. So, I am proud to be raising my city in this, my family in this city, the city that raised me, this vibrant city, my city, our city, Indianapolis. Anyone who knows me knows that my family is the motivating force for everything I do. They are my why. So when I speak about safety and security of this city, it's personal. A little over 4 weeks ago, I asked Mayor Hogsett not to consider me for chief of police. I made that decision at that time with my why in clear focus. My daughter is heavily involved in high school and club sports. My son in soccer. My oldest son just working his way into the world. I didn't want to be the kind of father who didn't show up to those things. I didn't want all those responsibilities to fall squarely on my wife's shoulders, and I didn't want my family to feel the burden that comes with me serving in a high-profile position. But on a recent road trip, my 15-year-old daughter, who I was trying to protect, we discussed it, just her and I. I explained my reasons for declining the opportunity, and she, in her best Gen Z way, told me I was wrong. Rolled her eyes a few times, side-eyed me, stuck her tongue out. But in that moment, if she could have made it, I shouldn't turn around, made a TikTok about it, she would have. Wise beyond her years, she reminded me that the best way I can show up for her as a parent is to show up for my whole community. With her encouragement, along with the support of my two sons and wife, and after the overwhelming support, encouragement I've received from the community and the officers and professional staff of the IMPD during this interim period, I made the decision to ask Mayor Hogsett to reconsider me for the permanent role. Their blessings were pivotal, reinforcing my commitment to lead this department with compassion, courage, and transparency. When accepting the appointment as acting chief 4 weeks ago, I was tasked by Mayor Hogsett with three primary objectives. First was to improve officer retention and recruiting, a struggle for major city police departments across the country. This is an ongoing challenge, and changes will be made after a thoughtful review. Second, review officer-involved shooting incidents to understand the how and why, and what we as a police department can do and what the community can do to reduce these incidents. An announcement on that review will come in the next couple weeks. Finally, evaluate if operational changes were necessary to modernize the department. For the past month, I've been consulting with experts to evaluate our department and have identified some ways to be more efficient and effective. That is why today I'm announcing the appointment of 2 assistant chiefs of police to help me and our department move forward. These tasks that I already mentioned and many more to come. Please join me in congratulating Assistant Chief Catherine Cummings and Assistant Chief Michael Wally. Assistant Chief Catherine Cummings will lead the development of a multi-year strategic plan, one that will guide the mission and decisions of this agency, a plan which will be built by the community, our officers, professional staff, and elected officials. She will help shape our technology and transparency so that our data is available with the click of a button. Assistant Chief Cummings will also continue to transform and modernize our training so that it reflects community expectations while keeping our officers and neighbors safe. And she will look for ways, in partnership with the community stakeholders, to improve our recruiting efforts. Over the next couple weeks, you will get to know her and hear her ideas and plans to lead organizational change. Assistant Chief Michael Wally will help execute my vision while staying attuned to our community and workforce needs. Policing is a dynamic field requiring a blend of traditional values and innovative thinking. Assistant Chief Wally will create opportunities for open communication and feedback. He will remain steadfast in public service fundamentals and innovation to meet the future needs of our community. Our strategic plan will guide us, but Assistant Chief Wally will be focused on purposeful community engagement, workforce development, and violent crime reduction. This requires aligning our divisions and ensuring evidence-based policing practices build trust internally and externally. To address our current staffing levels, Assistant Chief Wally will prioritize recruitment and retention efforts to meet our needs, and will look at our current staffing model and deployment to maximize efficiency. There will be other organizational changes and leadership changes announced over the next few weeks. We've been through a lot of challenges as an agency and as a community over the last 4 years. But as we prepare to welcome tens of thousands of fans and host the NBA All-Star Game, I can confidently say we have accomplished much more by working together. I am ready and eager to carry the momentum from Chief Taylor's tenure, remaining grounded in the critical work immediately in front of us while building for the future. Thank you, Mayor, again, for this opportunity of a lifetime. Now let's continue the work we're doing right now, because Indy, you deserve nothing less. Thank you.